Welcome to another episode of Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. And excuse that blue hooper when I first said okay. But anyway, they happen. I am Sean Farrell. Welcome to Throwing It Back. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Let's not waste no time, especially on this subject right here. So often in the NBA, teams make trades, draft players, and you're scratching your head like, that's not going to work. And you're scratching your head like, that's not going to work. Why did such and such trade for him? He has character issues and he hasn't been held healthy for the past 2-3 years. Okay. So sometimes NBA teams, NFL teams make questionable decisions that blow up in their faces. Okay. And sometimes you make decisions, trades, drafts in 1 year, but then 4 to 5 years later down the road, it comes back to haunt you in a bad way. Okay. So the Indiana Pacers made a trade that costed the Indiana Pacers to draft Michael Jordan. Okay. And you may be raising your eyebrows like, what? Yes. Let me break it down. Okay. I'm about to break it down. Okay. So Pacers came into the NBA in 1976 as a result of the merger, NBA-ABA merger, but they had hard times as far as the NBA franchise, late 70s. But by 1981, they had improved to 44-38. They had team struggles, financial instability, but in 1981, they went 44-38 and made the playoffs. And their coach was Jack McKinney. Okay. He was named NBA Coach of the Year, 1981. The Pacers made the playoffs that year, and they were promptly kicked out by the Philadelphia 76ers, 2-0. Okay. So McKinney was named Coach of the Year, and but Jack McKinney wanted to continue to get back to the playoffs every year. Okay. But in the summer of 1981, James Edwards, 3-time NBA champion with the Pistons and Bulls, James Edwards, yes, that James Edwards, they lost James Edwards to Cleveland in free agency in 1981. Okay. So James Edwards signs with the Cavaliers. Jack McKinney is still the coach. And so to fill the void of James Edwards, the Indiana Pacers traded a future first round pick that would the Pacers traded a first round pick in the 1984 draft for a guy named Tom Owens, who was a journeyman center towards the end of his career. He played only one season in Indiana, averaging 10.5 points per game. Okay. And the Pacers actually slid back a little bit, slid back by 9 games, 1982. 35-47. That's not a bad record, but it's not good either. Okay, so they finished 9 games worse in 1982 than they did in 1981. And so also then after 1 year they traded Tom Owens to Detroit for a second round pick in the 1984 draft after the season. Okay, so after they traded Tom Owens to the Pistons, they won only a combined 46 games over the next 2 years. Okay, and they went 20-62 in 1983, and they went 26-56 in 1984. So the Pacers had the worst record in the league. Ironically, and this is a big ironically, the Pacers had the worst record in the league at 26-56. Ironically, they were 1 game worse than the Chicago Bulls, who had the second worst record in the league at 27-55. Okay? Now, I mentioned that they traded a first round pick for Tom Owens to replace James Edwards in the summer of 1981. Okay? Well, needless to say, that 1981 first round draft pick they traded away turned into the third pick of the 1984 draft. Olajuwon goes 1. Bowie goes 2. Let's see, who went 3? Let me see. I believe it was a guy named Michael Jordan, or did Barkley go 3? No, Barkley went hit 3. No. Jordan went hit 3 and Barkley went 4. Okay. So that first round pick that they traded away in 1981 became the Chicago Bulls' third pick in the 84 draft. And needless to say, the rest is history for the Chicago Bulls. Okay. Now, it took the Indiana Pacers a few years, but eventually they got the right players in there. Wayman Tisdale, the Rifleman, Reggie Miller, Rick Smits, Detlef Schrempf. They eventually got the right players in there. Just not now. Back then. Okay. So, who knows? Michael Jordan could have been an Indiana Pacer. Think of how crazy that would have been. And I know y'all can imagine Michael Jordan in no Pacers uniform. Okay. All right. That's it. That's all. Oh. Before I go, I talked about the Jailblazers and how I know there's more stuff than what I talked about to you all. The book finally came in. And there's just so much stuff in this book, okay? Now, there's always a story behind the story, okay? There's always a story behind the story. So I'm reading the pre-Blazer jail, the pre-Jailblazer years. Rick Adelman, Jeff Petrie. I'm still at the beginning of the book. I'm at the PJ Carlesimo era now. So I'm definitely going to be bringing y'all a book report, to say the least. All that school stuff. Yeah, but I wish I could break it down all at once, but I'm going to have to break it down section by section. So I'm going to read some, take some notes, and then break it down for y'all in future videos. All right, that's it and that's all. Peace out. May God bless you all.